Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's boy Sam from Barter Trading here, and today we're going to be looking at NAKD update video, NAKD brand group that is, and this is just going to be a quick update video about this stock. And if you haven't already seen my stock analysis, then feel free to check it out. I'll leave a quick cue card up above so you can check that out if you haven't already. But in today's video, we're going to be doing a quick update. We're going to be looking at short interest, a quick update on that. We're also going to be looking at some other news, some other factors which may influence the stock price within the near future. With that being said, I just want to make it clear as well that I'm in no way, shape or form a financial advisor, and please take anything I say with a pinch of salt. I'm simply a university student studying business and management, and that is all. Stocks are battlefields. Be sure to only put in money which you can afford to lose. I can only scout the battlefield for you, but I can't fight the battle for you. With that being said, let's get on with the video. I also just wanted to add this into the video that I am going to be getting a COVID jab today, so if there's a lack of uploads tomorrow, I do apologise, but it's probably just because I'm feeling a bit unwell, because there can be some symptoms with the whole COVID jab, so I thought I'd just add that in case there's no video tomorrow, so you all just don't worry about me. So yeah, now moving on. Okay, so it's very important to touch upon NAKD's short interest ratio, because their short volume ratio right now is 31%, which is actually very high, considering right now AMC is reported on Fintel at only 24% at the moment. So the fact that NAKD is actually higher than AMC, and we all know what's happening there, that's going to the moon at some point, NAKD is looking like it's a very, very good buy, because firstly, their short shares available is actually 75,000, which actually in the grand scheme of things isn't that high, considering their market cap is actually, it is 476 million is that whole entire market cap. So 75,000 shares actually is not a lot at all. And you have to take into account as well that their short borrow fee rate is 14.7%. That is super high. And you will have to understand that is ridiculously high. AMC's short borrow fee rate is 9%. So the fact that NAKD's short borrow fee rate right now on Fintel is reported at 14.47% is really, really good. And you can see that their short volume ratio has always been above 20, apart from here. It's always been above that 20%. So I think that NAKD will be susceptible to a short squeeze. And that is all my opinion, not financial advice, but I encourage you all to check it out, do your own due diligence, do your own research, and check it out for yourself. Now, I'm going to leave a link to this post in the description down below, and it's from 3 Drives on a Vinyl. And honestly, this is a really, really good analysis of what NAKD could do. And I wanted to give it some positive light, I wanted to give it some spotlight, so you all could go check that out. I'll leave a link in the description down below, so go check it out and give this guy some love, because honestly, this is a very good analysis of where this stock actually could go. Now, what he has said is, so the last 2 sessions follow exactly our predictions so far, and we're in the midst of the effects of the apex that started on the hourly yesterday. What we miss is some last numbers to the downside before we are free to go up. As we said before, we are now in the process of rebooting all indicators to the low, so we can go free and strong up to new higher levels. Before that, prepare for a grand final by the invisible hand, which might even open for us the famous gates of hell in pre-market. Okay, so pretty much what he is saying is that what we're going to see is we're going to see another dip before it shoots up. And that's actually what I said in my last video, is I can see NAKD dipping, but I can also see it raising up very sharply in the not so distant future, because one, this is very susceptible to a short squeeze, and that is because the short volume interest, which I mentioned before, is actually 31%, which is very high. And you can see this V graph that has sort of been shown, and this is a very good indicator of where NAKD could go in the not so distant future. And if that does happen, then a lot of people are happy because you can make a quick swing trade from it, etc, etc. So short term, this could be a nice little swing trade play. However, moving on to the more long term of this sort of play. Now, NAKD have reported that they are trying to get $3.5 trillion by 2023. And if that happens, right, I know I am being very, very optimistic, right? And I'm sure they are as well. They're trying to look as well as possible. And they're trying to, you know, put their company in the positive light as possible. I get that, right? But I genuinely can see, I can see NAKD doing very well. $3.5 trillion, no, right? And I'm going to be straight up, no. That's not going to happen. But I can see them doing well, and I can see this stock increasing to around the $4 to $7 mark. And that is sort of a long term by the end of the year sort of thing. But within the space of 2 years, you know, if they are going down this e-commerce route and if they can really implement that business strategy within their field, then I can genuinely see NAKD hitting highs of around $15 to $20 per share. And if that happens, this right here is a fire sale. I'm not even going to lie. And also as well, you have to take into account, let me quickly change this over to Moomoo so you all can see. So I wanted to show you all this graph. So this is for a 1 day to 1 minute graph, right? And what you are seeing here is we saw it hit highs very recently, and this was literally yesterday at $1.05. And in the pre-market, it's taken a proper hit and it's now down to 0.94. Now, I think that this right now actually could be a bit of a fire sale to make a quick profit on, because I could only see NAKD really going up. I can't see it devaluing because I think it's already quite an undervalued company as it is, because you have to remember as well, NAKD has shown signs of sustainable growth, and the fact that they are now moving over to e-commerce and really trying to develop their portfolio as a company, then NAKD could really go up in value. And I think that's something that we all have to take into account when actually investing into this stock. Again, not financial advice, but this is from a business perspective. Now, I am a business and management student, and I can tell you from a company sort of structure, them moving over to e-commerce is only going to benefit their brand, and it's also going to improve them in the future. And that is all my opinion. Take it as a pinch of salt, but also do your own research into this, because I think it's a very important factor to consider for NAKD and also yourself as retail investors. With that being said, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. It really helps the channel out. And if there's no videos tomorrow, I apologise, but I'm having a COVID jab, and if I have a bad reaction to it, then that's my bad. So that's going to be it for today, and I'll see you in the next video on the channel. Take care, everyone.